Evening, everybody. How we all doing today? It's Victory Monday.
Thank
We
you.
beat the Arizona Cardinals.
Indeed, we
Um,
did.
that was an interesting game. It's like I guess a game like that hasn't happened since 2007. I was like, eh. Where the team outgained the other team by so much, blah blah blah, and they still lost. But whatever. You know. Brock Purdy's back. Throws for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Hmm
Um, I honestly think the offense looked mighty efficient. What do you think, Ty?
Offense looked very good. Um, we've seen this coming though. If you look at the Giants game last week, even the Rams game they started slow, but they came on. I just think this week it started from the beginning of the game and it kept on. So they looked very good. They seem to be getting it together at the right time because this is when real football counts. And it was good to see. It was good to see him out there, especially with Brock out there leading the way.
Oh, it was so nice. We saw CMC score a couple touchdowns. We got
Yep.
George Kittle, getting going.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Purcell was back, although he had one catch for no yards. I mean, first game
Yep.
back in like what, 7 games, something like that, right?
Yeah, it was like 6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so somewhere around there. Who's keeping track, right?
Right.
Um, you know, but the defense, they got some turnovers.
Indeed.
Um, I mean, it's a mighty young group, you
Yeah.
know, and honestly, from what I saw, and I had to watch replays, but from what I saw, Alfred Collins still looks like he's hurt.
Yeah. He slowed down.
Um, and I
He's,
mean,
he's
when
gutting
that
it out.
guy's not hurt, when he's full power, he does look a lot better. So it's
Hmm
almost like, a few less snaps for him, maybe a few more snaps for CJ West or someone else. An interesting thing before the game is Cleveland Farrell and Kevin Givens were both inactive. And I
Yeah.
know they do some juggling depending on what team they're playing. That depends on who's inactive and, injuries and whatnot. But it's like Cleveland Farrell had a, sack in his first game back with us.
Yep.
And then, Kevin Givens actually was having a great year last year before he got hurt.
Yep.
So it's like, it's almost like, I would say we're not getting pass rush, but watching the few replays I saw, yeah, we were. We were. They just weren't getting sacks, but did have pass rush going on.
Yeah, we got rush going
Um,
on. The rush thing is a little overrated, inflated, because of the numbers. People are looking at the end result numbers and just thinking, oh, we got 1 sack and X amount of pressures. We're not getting much rush, but they're not looking at the full picture. So,
no, they're not. Digging the black and red. I'm, oh, what's up,
yeah.
Bebop? Well,
What
good,
up,
good
Jess?
evening, Jess. There's Jess. We got David
Buddy getting up.
Corona. What's
David
cracking,
Corona.
buddy?
Yep. Peeps are in the
Daniel
house.
Barry.
Victory
Got
Monday.
Daniel Barry sports highlights here. Local Rams fan. He's cool though. He's not like Rudy. Oh, but yeah, Jason. Jason, how's it going, buddy?
What's going on, Jason?
Yes, 80 for 85. Yeah, 2 touchdowns. Well, um, that's what a guy like George Kittle does,
Duh.
and right, it
You say
is. That's
duh,
what a
but
guy like
duh.
George Kittle does.
He's George Kittle.
Um, and but yeah, the offense, the veteran offense, like George Kittle said last week in his press conference, we're a veteran offense. We got to like carry the team right now because our defense is young, and as they play games, yes, they will get experience. hopefully the guys that are banged up get healthy so they look better. But, at this point, speaking of, get healthy,
I see you, Jess.
it's
Speaking of
like,
get healthy,
what have we done to the football guy, buddy? Like, what have we done here?
what?
Eddie Pinero, we finally get us a kicker. Everyone's loving it. This guy's just, money. And he pulls a hammy. Right? Like,
Yeah.
great. And then Tatum Bethune, the guy filling in for Fred Warner, has a high ankle sprain. So, they say he's going to miss at least a couple weeks, and then we have the bye week. So he might be back after the bye week. There's no guarantees with them high ankle sprains, though.
Yep. Depends on how bad it's damaged.
I mean, it could go anywhere from like 2-3 weeks to 5 to 6 weeks. It's just
6 to 8. If you have a severe high ankle sprain, you could be out 6 to 8 weeks or longer.
Man.
So it depends on the severity of it.
So, and Tatum Bethune's been actually really doing really well.
Yes,
filling in for, he's filling in for All-Pro Fred. But then he gets hurt, and we got Curtis Robinson come in, and he actually did really good tackling-wise. And it's like, we're currently 3 linebackers deep in the middle there. Mike is what everyone.
See, at one point, Curtis Robinson got hurt.
I don't know why everyone calls him by names. Names are not. His name is not Mike. Okay, like a strong side linebacker, his name is not Sam.
Sure.
I'm just, I'm always looking at that like, well, like who even thought of that? But anyway,
yes, you're right, Jason.
And our weak side linebacker is not named Will. We don't have these guys on our roster, so just so you know, folks. I did see, speaking of linebackers, we got to see some of 45 in there.
Yes, we did.
And he was flying around. He actually looked, for his first game, I have to say, I'm looking at it like, can we see a little more of him maybe next week?
That's what he does, right?
Just kind of
flies around and hits people.
In, it's like, but then again, like, I mean, you never know. We might see. I mean, but we don't want to play him out of position, right?
You want to talk about that? You want to talk about that? Because you just named the 3 positions. So when we were in nickel and Curtis Robinson got hurt, who came in and replaced Curtis Robinson?
Oh,
it was Luke Gifford that came in. And he was playing what? He was playing out of position. Well, so you can play a linebacker out of position. Well. Isn't that
I know,
something?
right?
Isn't that something? Now, who would you rather have in that situation? It's nickel, right? You're trying to defend the pass. You need guys who can move and cover. Would you want the guy who is a little bit slower and can't move, or the guy that can run and hit and was a former safety in his life? So he has coverage skills. Who's the better position player?
That's who's better for the position, like
exactly. So
I mean,
all this whole you can't play a guy out of position. Screw that.
Exactly. If he can play it, he can play it. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
But it's like, I mean, we constantly play guys out of position. We got tackles all over the offensive line, except for Jake Brendel. He was a career backup before he came here, so he's playing out of position, But yeah, all our offensive line, I mean, how many of these guys actually played guard in college?
Yeah.
It's like name one, maybe Ben Barch, but all the other guys, Burford, Pooney, that they were all playing. Even Zakel was playing tackle in college.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, the whole play, you're playing a player out of position. If he can play, then he ain't playing out of position.
Yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, that was just like when I saw that come up, I was like, what the F is this guy talking about? You know? But yeah, you know, so offense scored all kinds of points. For defense, we let out we gave them a lot of yards, but they still got the turnovers, right?
Yeah.
It's
bend don't break defense, and they gave up yards. And Jacoby Brissett's a good quarterback. They're going to get yards, but screw the yards. Did they get the points?
No.
That's what it all comes down to. Did they get the points?
And you know, Jacoby Brissett actually set like a NFL record with, you know, so
he could have it. Good for him.
That's
I'm happy
mighty
for
impressive,
Jacoby.
but you still got the L.
He set an NFL record and put up 16 points. At garbage time, TD at the end doesn't really count. But look at that. NFL record, you only scored threw for 600 yards and can only put the ball in the end zone twice. Take it. Take it.
No, right?
Take it. Don't care. You can have at it.
Oh boy. All right, Kenny. Oh, there you are. You are watching. I was gonna say, where do you send me some
Kenny?
YouTube? Some YouTube. Oh, yeah. So, former 49er player news. Jake Moody has signed with the Commanders off the Chicago Bears practice squad.
Adam Peters picking up his people as usual.
So, Debo, you better lock in. Oh,
ain't that something? But Jake is on fire this year, so I'm happy for him. Way to go, Jake.
It's funny.
Hey, Jason, real quick, Jason, I saw you mention if you have a severe high ankle sprain, you basically have a broken ankle. Remember what Jake Moody had last year? Severe high ankle sprain. And what did this team do? Put him right back on the field. Go out and kick with that injury.
Yeah,
terrible. But anyway.
Ooh, arm fatigue. Arm fatigue. This is Jacoby Brissett. I'm pretty sure his arm's probably jello today, but he'll be fine by next time. 57 throws. I'm just amazed by that. Okay. I'm truly amazed by that. Like, that guy was slinging the ball everywhere. They weren't even trying to run.
Well, they got behind, right? They got behind. So then that made them kind of one-dimensional, which is what you want. You want a team to be one-dimensional. You could just rush the passer, etc. So they were going to call nothing but pass plays, right? Running and is not going to do it. So there you go. And exactly, Jason. It was me and you, buddy.
You know, the Cardinals defense now the Cardinals defense, right? Their defensive front, they ain't chumps. You know, they got Calais Campbell. They got Josh Sweat. You know, I mean, and they have the rookie Walter Nolan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they have some decent defensive linemen here, and our offensive line held it together pretty well.
Yeah. Played well for the second week.
It was actually really nice to see, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still saw Jake Brindle getting thrown around, but
you're going to see that,
for that,
right?
He put his body in front of the guy for 2.5 seconds so Brock Purdy could throw. So
exactly, it's certain things that we know. We know Jake Brindle's going to get thrown around, right? You just hope it doesn't happen all game. You hope he holds up a little bit. We know that Colton McKivitz, if you got an athletic pass rusher with some speed, that's his Achilles heel. He's going to struggle with that. And we saw Josh Sweat get the better of him. once or twice. So
Mm-hmm.
there's some things we're going to have to live with the offensive line, but as long as they hold up well overall, like they did this game, I think we'll be fine. David Corona, no, I did not go to the game yesterday. I was actually in Nashville, Tennessee, doing a little networking.
Ooh. I was gonna say, did you go to the Titans? No, there's no point in that, is there?
No,
Unless
I
the
was going
Niners
to
are
go
playing.
though. I was
All
going to
right.
go, but I actually went to the Alabama-Oklahoma game on Saturday and was kind of wiped out from that. So I had skipped the Titans game. I was like, screw that. I'm too tired.
Now, when you say Farrell, now Farrell isn't hurt. He was a healthy scratch. If you're talking about Cleveland,
but he did show up on an injury report like last week or something. So you never know.
I don't know, man. I mean, why are
either
guys
way,
getting
like you said,
hurt
they've been juggling things around so much and just trying to play matchups.
It's hard to keep track of who's healthy and who's in the hospital. I said that.
And I still think with so many faces, so many new pieces, so much change just over the course of this year, I think Robert Saleh is just trying to find the best fit. Right? What's the best combo for him? What works? So he's still tinkering a little.
Well, if you think about it, look at how much the dynamic of who he has out there has changed over the season.
That's what I'm saying.
Nick Bosa, he had Mikael Williams, he had Fred Warner. Now he don't.
People
when it
have
comes to
gone,
our
people
front
have
seven,
come.
we could be talking about the top three players in our front seven being gone. And that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
So Sam O's we're getting to see an extended look at Sam O, and I honestly think that the guy is like solid.
I like Sam O. I'm a fan. I was a fan of him last season. I saw good things, and I think the more he plays, the more he develops, the better he'll get.
Well, and then I'm watching like Bryce Huff, and Bryce Huff always seems to be in the backfield. If he gets there, if he doesn't get there. Yesterday he was in the backfield, he just wasn't getting there. And I'm looking at that like, okay, we still have solid, play from the defensive end spot. And then I'm seeing Alfred Collins out there kind of looking hobbled, going, well, but he didn't play an enormous amount of snaps too, though. Like, Clea Davis, Jordan Elliott, and CJ West took the bulk of the load.
Yeah, they rotated that line. Yeah.
And it's like we'd have a bye week coming up in a couple weeks. Hopefully they take an easy on the guy till then and he can heal up and get right. But that's in a couple weeks. And we still got to handle business until then.
Yeah.
But speaking of handling business, there's this betting thing going on in Vegas. Now, there's this guy and he's a big Brock Purdy hater, LaShawn McCoy. I'm calling him out. He straight said the Cardinals were shaving points. And it's like, really? Like, he's like, well, if you watch what they were doing, they were trying to score and they didn't. Like I saw nothing that said the Cardinals are shaving point. That's like him basically saying, well, Brock Purdy was in there, so he's not the reason they won. Dude, come on, man. Like come on. This next week, we got the Panthers, and it's at San Francisco, ain't it? Aren't we home for that one?
I believe we're at home, and it's on prime time. I believe that's the Monday night game.
It is the Monday night game.
So there you go.
So it being the Monday night game, that makes it an interesting situation You know, the Panthers aren't doing terrible. What are they, 6-5?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they're like 6-5. You know, but and they beat the Falcons yesterday. Michael Penix is going to be out
He's
for
out
a
for the
while.
season. He's out for the season. They announced.
Yeah, and so that means Captain Kirk could now come in and do a job interview for the rest of the year, right? So that's just how it is. I'm not saying he's doing a job interview for us because we got Mac Jones under contract next year. We don't need to back up.
You know what they're going to say though? We should trade Mac Jones and then bring in Kirk Cousins to be the backup. Somebody's going to say it. Watch. You can mark my words on that.
Oh, I would not bet money against that. Okay.
Somebody's going to come up with that crap because Kirk Cousins, for some reason, always has to come to the 49ers.
Oh. Chad Schrader in the building.
Exactly, Jason. We'll trade them both just to bring in Kirk.
What's up, buddy? Man, now that. All right, what else are you giving me? Half your franchise? I mean, it's like, there's a price for premium quarterbacks are premium in the league. It's like even our backup we shouldn't just give away.
Yeah.
But I don't see us. Like a lot of people are saying we should trade like Brock this offseason. There's some people saying that. I'm like, that's Kyle's guy. That's not happening. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, Mac Jones, everyone's saying that that's the guy he wanted to draft. Well, why didn't they draft him? That's just how I look at it. Like, if that's the guy you wanted to draft, why didn't you draft him?
People need to let stuff go. Just let it go.
I know. That was years ago. We're in the here and now. And we have an interesting situation coming up because the offseason, there's going to be teams calling about our backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And
maybe.
Now,
you don't know that for sure.
It's almost like this, Ty. Who needs to resurrect their career? Like, who's going to be out there this offseason? We got what? Justin Fields. We got what's that one guy that was drafted before trade? Zach Wilson, right?
Zach Wilson, yeah. I don't even know where
there's always someone that has the traits, but just needs that extra. Needs the smelling salt or whatever we do to get a quarterback in, back at it. Like Sam Darnold actually gives Brock Purdy just as much credit as Kyle Shanahan. So it seems to be a combo thing going on here.
Yep.
Mac Jones actually, I believe he's going along those lines too.
Yep.
And
he's spoken highly of Brock.
Yes. So, and it's like whenever Brock gets to the point where he's deciding to retire, it's like this. Can we bring him back as our quarterbacks coach? I'm just saying, like many years down the road, something to talk about, right?
Yeah. You never know.
What in the world is going on here? But let's see. I'm actually looking at not week 11. Oh, that game's going on. Who wants to watch that? The Cowboys and the Raiders. It's funny because like one of these guys at work, he's a Cowboys fan, and I was talking to the Broncos fan, and I was like, who wants to watch the Cowboys and the Raiders? And he's like, you hear him in the corner going, I do. No, I was laughing. It was funny. Yep. At Santa Clara, Levi's, Monday night. Man. I mean, Panthers being 6-5 and us being 7-4. That's kind of a big game if you think about it, right?
Yeah, they've been playing
Could
some good
have
ball,
playoff
and
implications.
The
Could.
Panthers are still in the playoff hunt. If you look at the playoff picture right now, they're on the outside looking in. So, like, we just need to handle our business. You know, they're not going to go away easily. We know that, but I don't think they're on our level. We just need to play 49ers football and execute the way we did yesterday, and we'll be okay.
And as long as we execute like we did yesterday, then like right off the bat, you roll down there, you score a couple touchdowns right at the beginning of the game, and if you're able to get a stop and get a lead, then all of a sudden the pressure's on, and that changes their game plan. Just like what happened in Arizona, Jacoby Brissett throwing 57 times. That wasn't the game plan, right?
No, not at all.
Ooh, yeah. Now, our special teams looked like hot and cold yesterday, but
it was a little bit of good, a little bit of bad.
98-yard return, dude. I feel so bad for Sky Moore for not being able to punch it in, because that would have been the first return for a touchdown since Richie James in 2018. If I remember right.
Yep, that is correct. Yeah, he was close. He kind of ran out of gas there. But that guy from the Falcons, he was hustling. He showed how you don't give up on a play. So, but it was a great return. It was finally you get to see just somebody have a really great return on the kickoff. So I'll take it. Yeah.
I'll take it too. Dang, Kenny. Why? Because he didn't score a touchdown?
Hey, he contributed.
That guy took the perfect angle to catch him. That guy took the perfect angle to catch him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I always make jokes about the mighty midget, and it's like Bryce Young, about the same size as Kyler Murray, and he's starting to throw the ball around. He makes a play, but then the next drive he looks bad. It's like, I've used the term bipolar in describing some NFL teams this year. That might be what they have going on, but with his play, he'll look good 1 minute, the next minute he doesn't. But then he'll look good in the last drive, just at the right time to win the game.
Right.
And the Atlanta Falcons, I actually picked them to do better than they're doing right now. Oh well. Can't be right on everything,
Yeah, screw them. Like, they ain't us. Screw them. I don't give a
That's exactly it. And we just got to handle business against the Carolina Panthers on Monday night. We got to break the what was it? Win on even weeks, lose on odd weeks thing that someone
just over the past four, 8 games. Yeah. It's been, like you just said, they showed the graphic on TV. So the streak will be broken. We're not playing the Rams offense, so we'll be fine.
Yep. Speaking of that, let's talk about the division for a minute. So the Rams defeated the Seahawks yesterday, 21-19.
Yep.
Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions in that game.
Yep. Seeing them ghosts.
And they still only lost by 2 points. So it's like, if the Rams were the level of team, because that, a lot of people think they are, shouldn't they have won that game by 21? I mean, you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
yeah, with the turnovers, but Seahawks are a really good team, and it's a division game. It's going to be, the division games are normally close. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the turnovers and where they occurred. So I can't speak to that. Like, were they in their own territory, where they were, deep in Rams territory, etc.? You don't know. That plays a factor into it. But still a close game, and Seattle didn't just roll over and die. So
No, they didn't. Ooh. Sorry. I'm looking at who our division opponents get next week. The Rams got the Buccaneers coming to town.
That's going to be a good game.
And they're looking to get back on track. The Buccaneers are.
Yep.
The Jaguars go to the Cardinals. Now,
I
wouldn't be surprised to see the Jags lose this one. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
They're the bipolar team when I was talking about they're one of them.
They've been playing very well. I don't see them losing that game.
They got spanked by the Rams in England, which is a place Jacksonville typically plays well. Destroyed by their. I was like, huh? I thought they'd do better than that, But,
no, not when you know everything they're going to do.
And I mean the Rams. So, hold on, what?
No, go ahead.
So, it's just kind of like when I saw that game, I was going, huh, what happened there? And I just, you never know. They beat the Chargers, 35-6.
Yep.
Which they were at home, but still that's a butt whooping is what that is. Yep. Right. But then, like the week prior, they got beat by the Texans, and I believe is that the week C.J. Stroud got knocked out of the game.
I don't remember. I don't know.
I think he did get knocked out of the game, and that was Davis Mills that actually won that one.
Okay.
But this is what I'm talking about. Well, by they beat the Raiders by 1 point, but I mean you never know what they're going to do week to week. That's why I could say they're bipolar. That's what I actually mean there, But I mean, what's your outlook going forward, buddy? What do you think our chances of actually winning the division are right now?
Well, we're not losing any games for the rest of the season, so we're going to finish. What the hell? What does that make us? 12-5 at this point. And the Rams still have some.
If we went out 13-4.
13-4. There you go. 13-4. So the Rams still have some tough games ahead of them, like the Bucs game and etc. So I think we're in a very good spot to win a division. I got to see how these tiebreakers weigh out and stuff, but we're sitting pretty. We're in control of our own destiny and gelling at the right time, right? You see special teams gelling. You see the defense gelling. You see what the offense has done the past 3 weeks, right? They maintain that and keep that going. Teams are going to be in trouble. Teams are not going to want to face us.
Our division opponents do have some tough games coming up against like Colts, the Lions, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at I'm just looking at the schedule for the rest of the season here. We got to play the Colts too.
Yep. We go to them. That's a Monday night game. That's our other Monday night game. Last primetime game of the year, I believe.
Rams go to Seattle. Now, instead of it being us going to Seattle on a Thursday night, it's the Rams that are going to Seattle on a Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that.
See how they handle that. Yeah.
I don't like those Thursday night games, Tyler. You know that.
I know. I don't either. I'm glad we got ours done early this season. Got it done. Got it out the way. That was real good. Just put it like that. And we got the win. That was that Rams game where we got the win. So.
Well, So what do you? So basically, if we win out, we can still win our division, right?
Yeah.
The Rams do have some tough games coming up. They got to go to Seattle and beat a team they just beat by 2 points, even though they were handed a bunch of turnovers. I got
Yeah.
to point that out. And Seattle's, I looked at their schedule. It's not a cakewalk either. So, all this being said, we can still take the division. We have what, 2 division games left. We have one.
We're only one. Just the Seahawks game.
The last
Where he
game
played
of the
the Rams
season.
twice, played the Cardinals twice. Yeah, it's just a Seahawks game. So I know if you look at the standings now, we're in 3rd place. That's just because we haven't had a bye yet.
Yes.
That's the only reason why we're listed that way. We haven't had a bye. But if you look at it, if you were to do it, depending on the math and the tiebreakers, we're either 1st or 2nd, right? We're at the top of the division. So we just need to do what we do, win games, and we'll be fine.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else coming up other than we don't have Eddie Pinero probably for a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's going to be out a couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see who they bring in to replace him. I know they got a number of kickers lined up. Jake Moody's unavailable, so that's out the window. But yeah, let's see who they replace. But I'm looking forward to the offense continuing to lead this thing, and the kicker matters but doesn't matter in the equation, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I've been pleading for since last season. Like before George Kittle opened his mouth, I've been saying this since last season. The offense needs to pick it up. We need to see 3 and 4 touchdowns a game from them and only 1 or 2 field goals from our kicker. That's winning football. So let's go. Kickers and refs are rigging
touchdowns
football.
Yeah. Scoring touchdowns 4 out of 5 times is ideal.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, and last week it did look a lot better with Brock Purdy back there. No, he didn't throw for 300 yards. He still threw for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He sailed a couple passes, but guess who is watching specifically the All-Pro quarterbacks just to see, okay, all these people that want Josh Allen and this guy and this guy. All right, I'm going to watch these guys and dissect their game like Brock Purdy's gets dissected by these people. They're not any better.
Yeah.
They sail passes. They're inaccurate passes. They do the same thing. Okay, and then these guys are like, oh, big arm. Okay, there's a lot of QBs that have won Super Bowls without having a big arm. It's about accuracy, and Brock Purdy can still throw 50 yards down the field. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about accuracy. You can have the biggest arm. You could have your arm could be twice the size as the other one.
Yep.
And it don't mean a thing if you can't hit your target.
Exactly.
Oh boy, this is actually hilarious. Justin Fields is on a whole nother level.
You talk about big arm, but not accurate. Look at that dude.
Yeah, big arm. If you have a college style, offense, he'll work out, right?
Yeah.
All right, folks. So Panthers coming to town next week. We got Mighty Midget 2.0 and Bryce Young coming to town. They're not necessarily playing bad football, but neither are we.
And Bryce Young's playing very well. He's a very good quarterback. He's a guy with not the biggest arm, but he is accurate with it. Mm-hmm. So, it's a team we should not overlook. They should be coming to play. like you said, they're fighting for their playoff life right now. They're in the hunt, so they're going to come with it. But we just need to be on our P's and Q's. Do what we do, right? We're at home. We got home cooking. Faithful, get loud. Let's do it. Bring home the W. Get the 2-game
Yeah,
winning streak
buddy.
going.
That's the truth. So tune in to East Coast Red and Gold on Wednesday, folks.
And 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got a fancy guest this week?
No fancy guests this week.
Oh. Okay. And don't forget Corey Davis, 49er Wednesday. We had someone with one loss yesterday. Now there's still one game to go.
Oh, you know what? I need to look.
But we had someone with one loss yesterday.
That's awesome.
This close to being undefeated.
I had 2 losses yesterday. I did very well in my pick'em. I was 12-2 for the week. So
nice.
I did very well.
So,
yeah.
Well, now Dawn and Terradome were tied for the lead here. We now have a new leader, but you have to tune in Wednesday to find out who it is, folks.
There you go.
That's how it is, right? So
yep.
East Coast Red and Gold. When is that? 8 p.m. Eastern?
8 p.m. Eastern. That's right.
8 p.m. Eastern time. That'd be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Indeed.
And, I go live 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tune in, find out who the new leader is. And everybody have a fantastic week. And as Corey Davis says, go 49ers.